Hey YouTube, RicoKnows here. I was just looking at Twitter and I came across this graphic and I thought, the audacity. This is further proof that draft rankings are largely thought up and calculated before the season starts. Because there's no way you can look at this draft list and agree with it in any way, shape, or form. These rankings are egregious. They're gross. This comes from CBS Sports. And this is going to be on all these websites, and I'm going to get people quoting this shit to me. And it's like, do you realize what you're looking at here? Braylon Allen, great running back. Love his size. Love everything he does. I think he's one of the best running backs out there. Skipped his final year of high school, reclassified, got to the Big Ten, dominated for 3 years straight. He had a down year this year. That's true. You get a different offensive coordinator. You get a different scheme and a different mentality and identity in the coaching staff. That's going to happen. Bucky Irving, okay. I think he benefited from Bo Nix and a lot of great receivers. Got him number 2. I don't understand it. Jonathan Brooks is a stud, straight up. One of the best running backs out there. As long as he's not injured, he's great. Will Shipley at 4 is a crime. Will Shipley should not be in the top 10. Will Shipley has regressed. He has reached his pinnacle and his peak about 2 years ago. Everything I see from Will Shipley, losing your starting position, where the coaching staff starts giving Phil Maffa more of the carries. Phil Maffa looks more effective than you. And by the way, he's not in this draft. There's no way in the world I can believe in Will Shipley. Audric Estime, I believe, should be much higher. He's a complete running back. Great size, great speed. Looks the part. Blake Corum, a product of an incredible offensive line, but he is durable and he performs. Michael Wiley, he's not better than Jonah Coleman. Shout out to Michael Wiley. Congratulations for getting on this list. It's disgusting. Jabari Small, same thing. Not sure how they make these lists. Ray Davis, he actually showed out this year for Kentucky after being a 1,000-yard rusher at Vanderbilt. He proved, hey, man, I can play in the SEC against some of the best defenses. I like Ray Davis. He's not in my top 10, but I like him. He also looks like a substitute teacher when he wears his glasses. And then lastly, Trey Benson. There's concern about his durability, his knee. He's never been that back to go for 1,500 yards or 300 carries or anything of that nature. But he is a good change of pace back, and he's a quality football player. You know, I was on Twitter, and I just posted my list, and I'm going to drag it into the screen here, and you guys can see my top 10. I believe in Braylon Allen. I think he's one of the best running backs in America. Definitely the best running back in the draft. I think he's a workhorse and a future NFL starter. I look at Audric Estime. I think he's the next best running back. And then my third running back, number 3, not in the top 10 according to CBS Sports, but number 3 for me is Rasheen Ali. Go turn on the tape. This is a man who once scored 24 touchdowns back in 2021, if I remember correctly. He missed all of 2022 due to injury. And this year, he was actually really good until, you know, Marshall's wheels fell out. But that's a Marshall running back. I don't care if he's in the group of 5. That's a good running back. And anybody who skips on him, you're missing out on a really good running back. I like Jonathan Brooks right where he's at 4. And I looked at Marshawn Lloyd, and I said this was the leading rusher at South Carolina, transfers to USC, takes the starting job from multiple running backs, and looks the part every time he touches the ball. He's strong, powerful, moves the chains. Reminds me a lot of Dylan Johnson, who I didn't put on my top 10 only because of injury. I would probably have him somewhere around 7. At 7, for me, I have Jahar Jordan. That's the Louisville running back. Breakaway speed. Home run threat. I think any NFL team would love to have him. Get this man in your room, just like Keaton Mitchell. Don't let him pass. You're going to miss out on somebody great. Shout out to Bucky Irving. I put him at 8. 9, Blake Corum. Not bad. And then number 10 for me is Dylan Lobb. This is an FCS running back, New Hampshire. I've been getting flooded with Dylan Lobb videos, highlights for about a month now. And shout out to the guys on Twitter who've been tagging me on it. And I appreciate them. I wrote to the young man. I tagged him in a video, and I said, hey, man, I'm going to make a video about you on TikTok in about a month or 2. Give me some time before the draft. And then he goes to the Senior Bowl, and he tears it up at practice yesterday. I believe in the young man. I love the tape. He's a white guy, and he's just good. He's straight up good. So these are my top 10, and you see it in there in bold. Subject to change until April 24th. I will be adjusting my rankings as I go. I do every position group. There will be a spreadsheet. It will be shared online. I'll put it on Twitter. You can all hold me accountable. But last year, I felt good about my running backs. I have no control over where they're getting drafted. So I don't know when someone should be drafted. This isn't the draft order by any means. These are 10 running backs I believe in that will make your team better. I have no earthly idea what GMs agree with me. I don't care where and when they get drafted. I can just tell you that if one of these young men goes to a loaded backfield, then he won't see the field, and you'll think, oh, Rico, you missed. No, I didn't miss. He just went to a team that valued him so much that they drafted him anyways, knowing they had a good running back room. That's what happened with the Jets last year and Abanikanda. It happens from time to time. But I'm telling you, these are good running backs. That list down there from CBS Sports, it's like they made the list before the season started. So I don't know what they're doing. The only guy in there that had a good season that deserves to jump up would be Ray Davis. The rest of these guys, they were all on the list before the season started. It's mock draft 101. That's what they do. They anoint certain players and identify them before the season. They don't care about any production. You don't even have to play. Shout out to JSN. They're still going to rank you really high. Trust. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace, y'all.